Hey guys, today's 7 on Sunday. I'm really excited for today's theme, but it's kind of a bittersweet one because we're going to be talking about books that we didn't get to that were released in 2021. And there's always books that you're going to be excited for, but there's just never enough time to get to every single book you want to read. And I'm actually really happy with how I've gone for anticipated reads and getting them read in the year that they came out this year, because I've read at least probably 13, and that's not a massive number, but to me that's just like really good that I've managed to get to that. But I've still got 7 from my list that I didn't manage to get to, and I own 4 of them. The other 3 I haven't bought a copy of yet, but I'm just really sad I didn't get to them, but I'm hoping in the new year maybe it's possible, who knows. So the first book on my list is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I feel like I've been bringing this up a bit lately, but the main reason I haven't gotten to reading this book though is the copy that I want is so expensive online, and I just can't justify spending that much on a book. Like, I know I'm going to enjoy it, and probably down the line I'm going to be like, YOLO, and end up buying a copy, but I haven't done that yet, and I just keep waiting for it to get cheaper, but it hasn't happened yet. I might need to go look at a different book site to see if I can find like a cheaper price, but I just don't really need to buy more books at the moment, so it's a whole process, but I just feel like I'm gonna like it. It's a Swan Princess retelling, and I think it's gonna be really good. This story is also set like thousands of years before Spin the Dawn, because it's a story that they tell children nowadays, but we're actually gonna get the whole story. Like, I think it's gonna be really cool that it's sort of connecting, and I know I'm gonna be looking for Eden in this book because I think he's gonna have like some slight cameo, but he's not gonna go under the name Eden. He'll be with something else. But I think this book is gonna be amazing, and I'm just so mad at myself that I haven't gotten to it. Next, I want to talk about Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. So this one isn't like too painful that I haven't gotten to it, but I am a little bit sad because I'm sure this is going to be an amazing read, and I've heard nothing but good things, but at least this one's a little bit more of a, like, you know, I can be let off the hook because it only came out in the last 3 months of the year, so to be expected to get to it in the year that it came out is a little bit hard. And I do plan on reading this in January as a buddy read with Sash from Sash Reads. I'll link it down below because she's just come back to BookTube and she's been doing Bookmas. She's amazing. You need to follow her because she is literally my BookTube bestie and just one of my general besties. Like, we chat all the time. She's such a great person, and we've just been a constant in each other's lives for like the past couple of years, yet still haven't met. So we do need to put that on the agenda for like maybe next year, but we'll see how it goes because COVID's going off again and it just makes times fun. But I'm excited to buddy read this with her because it's been a while since we've done one, and I'm just glad I'm going to get to this book sooner. It's not going to be just like catching dust on my shelf for like months and years after this. I'm so sad I haven't read The Heart Principle by Helen Huang yet because like I'm so excited. I've probably built this book so much in my head, but I know it's going to be good because the first 2 were really good. Actually, The Bride Test wasn't my favorite thing ever. Like, The Kiss Quotient is like freaking god tier. Bride Test is half of that, but like, I've got high hopes. I think this is going to be good, and Helen Huang took a year off with writing this book, so I think it's going to be written to the best possible capacity that it can be written to, and I'm so excited. Like, I really do want to read this soon, and because it's a contemporary and it's not very long, I think I can make it happen. Next, I want to talk about A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Camaria. I know her name. I can never say her last name though, but this book came out at the start of the year. I still haven't bought a copy because same reason as 6 Crimson Cranes. It is costing an arm and a leg to buy it. But I've also heard some really bad things. Apparently, like, having everyone have their own POVs and the stories kind of merging, a lot of people didn't enjoy how this ended, but I still want to know because I loved A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and I really hated that in the second book they kind of ripped every character from that first book and turned them into douchebags. Killed it for me a little bit, but I'm still really excited to see how it's going to go because like now I don't know if I'm on like Team Grey or Team Ren, and I don't know how I'm feeling about the situation here, but I want to know, but I just haven't bought a copy of it yet, so I'm mad at myself because this one's like the one that was released the furthest like start of the year. Still haven't read it. Like, I had a whole year to do it and I did not. Anyway, The Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell is another one that only came out in like the last 3 months of the year, so you can be kind of let off the hook. But like, I'm still sad that it's just going to be like a longer time until I actually know what's happening in this story, because I did really enjoy the first 2 books and I really do want to know how it's going to end. But I have heard that if you go into this book expecting Simon and Baz to have happy endings, you're going to miss the whole point of the story. So I feel like I need to read this with like an open mind, and I'm probably not at the right right state of mind to be able to do that right now, because I'm not reading a lot and I feel like I do really want to appreciate this book. So this is kind of like a self-imposed haven't read it this year, even though I wouldn't have really had time for it anyway, but I know I could have prioritized it. I think it's going to be good, but this is definitely like over 500 pages. Like, it's definitely, yeah, like 550 pages. Like, there is a lot of book to read here. Can I commit to that? No. But I do want to. Next, I want to talk about Rights of the Sun by Aaliyah Johnson. So this is a book that I was really excited about because I read You Can See Me in a Crown last year on audiobook, and I actually have to admit this book kind of became a forgotten book for me because I put it on my list and I was really excited, but then it never came out on audio, so I wasn't actively looking for it. And when I was looking at my list of anticipated reads and I saw this title, I was like, holy shit, this book came out, didn't it? Like, I was so mad at myself that I forgot about it, because I am really excited to read another story from her, because as I said, See You in a Crown was like a really good story, really good plot, really good characters, and I really like the development of the story. So I know this is going to be another really good book, but I just didn't get it because I completely forgot about it. So I should try and make this like a priority to buy a copy of it at some point, but I also think my main priority should be reading books that I already own. So this one isn't going to happen for a while, I can tell you. Makes me sad, but I am, again, mad at myself for not reading it or even remembering about it. And lastly, I want to talk about Bleeder Secrets by Trisha Levenseller, because she is like one of my auto-buy authors now, and I haven't even read her newest book. And I'm so excited because she has got books coming out lined up until like 2026. She's getting that shit written for us to read, and I'm so mad about it. So the second book in this duology is coming out next year, so I definitely need to read this before then, but my plan is to actually listen to it on audiobook, because every single one of her books I've listened to. So I'm thinking that after I finish my current read, I should pick this up to get it done, get it listened to, so now I won't have to be stressed about like, oh, the second book's coming out at some point, help. Like, I really need to know like what this book is about. I've heard good things from a lot of different people, and I'm just really excited, but also bummed at myself that I just didn't get to it in the year. Apparently, I just don't read any books with yellow on the title or spine, even though Vespertine is like the darkest cover, but everything else is just very pinkish and yellowish. But like, I'm so mad at myself. Like, these should have been books I got to, but maybe if I was able to read like 100 books a year like I used to, these for sure would have been smashed out in my reading goals. I actually can't believe this is the last 7 on Sunday that we're going to be releasing for the year. Like, it's just too quick. Like, the years are going too quickly, and now we're going to be going into the 3rd year of us having to deal with COVID, and it's still not really that much different from when we started. So it's like, it's a lot. Like, a lot has happened to me this year. Like, I literally was like today looking at like some of my camera footages and stuff where they made like a little video of everything that I did in the year, and it was really nice to like see all the memories come back and be like, holy shit, I actually accomplished so much in the year. And like, I mean, at the start of the year I didn't expect to be living in Maitland now, which is just like a complete shock in my life. I'm just going on a tangent of like, years are going really quickly, but I know that next year though, there is a lot of things that I have planned and I'm so excited for. Like, I feel like I'm going to be like living my best life next year, and I'm so excited. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!